So one lure's here and the other lure's here. So when the dog comes down this track behind the camera, comes around, and what he'll do is he'll smell probably that one or this one first. Either way, I've got him coming in, he'll come in here, he'll put his foot back here first and then sniff it, and then hopefully he'll make the next step. If I put a trap in between, sort of like a V, right in the middle, got a good, just offset a little bit, because the dog obviously doesn't walk with both feet in front of the other like that, he'll walk like that. So I'm going to put my trap about here. So I always use my arm, so I use the tip of my finger to my elbow as an indicator that that's about the distance between a dog's nose and his feet, and I'll actually put it there like that, and then there. So we've got one option here, one option here, so I'm thinking that this one's probably going to be a better spot. So we'll whack a trap in here anyway, and we'll see how we go. And when you're setting the traps, you want it to basically look exactly the same as when you left it. So if you imagine, when a dog comes in, it's no different to when he come past last night. So I'll just take out the layers and just move this aside a little bit. Ground's very hard here, even though we've had plenty of rain lately. But anyway, I'll dig this up. You want your trap bed not much bigger than your actual trap. You want to make as least disturbance as you can. Okay, so you can see here I've dug my trap bed out. I dig them nice and deep. Sort of creates a little bit of a sump. If we do get any rain, the water runs and can drain out the bottom. Also gives you plenty of room for you to put your chain and everything under the trap. I always like to do that as well. Once again, just less disturbance in the area as possible. So I'll go ahead and put this trap in. So I'm using these new, well, they're not new, but they're new for me, chain anchor. So we'll see how this goes in this ground. I'm not 100% confident that this will work here, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, it's a good test for it, that's for sure. And then you give it a good pull. That's not coming out. Awesome. So with these Canine Extremes, obviously they are very solid trap. So they got two stages to them. So one, obviously it's set, and then they'll click into place. Just be very, very careful if you're doing it like this. That's clicked into place, ready to go, flat as a tack. Beautiful. So put my chain and everything in the bottom of that hole. Then this little bit of extra dirt that I pulled out, I put in over the top of my chain, making a nice soft bed for the trap to sit in. And then put the trap in the ground. There you go, that hole's actually a little bit too big for that, but gives you a bit of an idea. And as you can see, by the time I fill all that in around that trap and compact that all back in, That'll be just a little bit lower than ground level, which is perfect. Give it a little bit of a depression as well, which a dog will more favourably put his foot in the depression than not. So use a bit of paper towel. As you can see, that trap needs a bit of dirt in behind it to stop that rocking. So what we'll do, literally just put some dirt in there. And once that's compacted, so always find my pan, press the dirt in around your trap, make sure you know where your jaws are. So you find your jaws in your pan, press the dirt in around your trap. Now that trap, solid as a rock. You can use probably should show you properly, you can actually use a brush for this sort of thing and just brush the dirt all in around the trap. I'll use my hand, it's a lot quicker. Compress the dirt once again so that trap's not moving at all. A little bit more dirt on top, 1/4 of an inch covering, it's plenty. Now it's time to blend it. That dirt will obviously dry off a little bit. As the day goes on, it heats up. It's a little bit moist still, the soil here, so underneath, so that's basically best we can. And don't worry about, you know, these dry bits of grass being on the trap, even on the pan. It's not going to affect these traps from going off. So what I do then, actually, as I said, my dog indicated here, and I'm going to put a bit of lure here. So I'm just going to whack this bit of a hole in there. Just holds the lure a bit better when it's in the ground. So as you can see there now, I've got the triangle going on. If you like, you could even put 3 and put another one up in here if you wanted to. Yeah, in this particular case I'm not going to do that. You do run the risk of not having quite enough backing there and the dog coming in from behind. But once again, I think that because of the wind direction and this track coming in behind us here, this is the way these dogs will actually approach this set here. So alright, I'll clear out of here and put my lure in. Any excess dirt, keep on your mat, and then I'll take it and throw it out over there somewhere. So I put my lure in. This time of year is actually breeding season, so what I'm going to do is I've got my dogs indicated over there on the edge of that darker spot there. I'm going to put a bit of lure in here. So I've got a gland lure, Violator 7, Caven Violator 7. I've got a bit of sheep's wool, so I always wear gloves too when I'm doing this. So my sheep's wool just holds that lure a bit longer. So literally you only just need that much. And what I then do, jam it down in this hole like that, and that sheep's wool will actually hold that into place a lot longer. And that dog urine, in a couple of days, if we haven't caught anything, we can refresh that urine, but we won't have to refresh that. So